Hello and welcome to FNS 110. I am your professor, Kimberly Jones, and I'm here in my office, but I wanted to make sure that I came to you before the end of the week to make sure that you understand how to navigate through our Blackboard classroom. So you'll notice over here on my desktop, I have your announcements page up, and what I'm going to do is actually go through each one of the links on the navigation pane so that you'll understand where to locate everything and just give you some of the dynamics of the course. Okay, starting with the first highlighted hyperlink, that's the introduction to the course. Of course, you know what class you're taking, Introduction to Funeral Service. And then you have the announcements. The announcements page should always come up, and anything that I need you to make sure that you are aware of when I post tests, it will come up on the announcements page. If there is an external link that I would like for you to look at in regard to a particular civilization that we may be studying, you will also see that announcement on the announcements page. You should also see information in regard to video on course navigation, which is what I'm doing now, as well as general information in regard to your discussion postings. Your discussion postings are like our conversations in the classroom. So how they work is like this. On Monday of each week that we will have a discussion posting, I will actually present information to you, and you are to read the information based upon what we're following in class and post your opinion or whatever it is that I'm asking of you of that particular topic by Thursday of that week. Everyone is supposed to have their discussion posted by Thursday. Now, between Thursday and Saturday, you're to read one of the discussion postings of your classmates. You can read several of them, which is wonderful, but you're only required to respond to one classmate, and that must be done by the Saturday of that week. Once someone has responded to your posting, by Sunday at 11:55 p.m., you need to reply to the response that has been placed on your post. This is our dialogue in class. So what I want the class to do is to make sure that you respond to persons who have not had a response first. So if I go to the discussion board and I see 3 people have posted their discussions and 1 person has had a reply, I'm not going to reply to that same person. I'm going to go to someone else who does not have a reply on their post. So that's how it goes for each week that you have a discussion. By Thursday, you post yours. By Saturday, you respond to a classmate. And by Sunday, you reply to anyone who has responded to your post. The next information that I have is in regard to the textbook. Now, there are a few editions of the textbook. I don't mind which one you have. Either you may have this text, or you may have this text. They basically have the same information. The only thing that may differ will be the page numbers and maybe a chapter here or 2, but you should still be able to find the information that's requested and required. But the text is not the easiest to read. My suggestion of students is always to look at the PowerPoint presentations and what is actually outlined and identified there, and use the text as your reference. So the PowerPoint presentations will have the breadth of the information that you're going to be required to know for your assessments, and use the text in its diagrams, its pictures that it might have of coffins and caskets and other details as your resource and your reference. So don't try to read first, go to the PowerPoint first, and then reference the textbook. Okay, I'm going back up to the navigation pane, and under the announcements link, you'll find Start Here. When you click on Start Here, you'll see the first folder has the Welcome to the Course, summary, and purpose of the structure of the course. So basically, it just gives you the welcome and what you're supposed to do and encourage you in regard to your success in the course. Going back to the Start Here, next you have Meet Your Professor. Well, if you've read about it, then you saw the good food that I posted, but now you actually get to see me, and you'll find out a little bit more information about me there. Also, there's a link that's in regard to the prerequisites that you need to have for this class. This is a completely online class, so you need to make sure that you have access to a computer that not only has video capability, but audio capability as well. My office hours are listed there. But if you need to access me other than these times, we can always meet virtually. If that is the case, you need to make sure that the computer you are using has a webcam. We can schedule a time and I will create the virtual office that both of us can meet in, and we will actually be able to talk face to face. The first steps links gives you a few of the important links that you need to have access to, not the links, but the information that you need to do. And one of the first things it says is to make sure you print your syllabus. If your battery life in your computer goes down and it takes a while for it to recharge and you need to know what's going on for a given week, if you have a printed copy of the syllabus, you'll always be able to know. In addition to that, click each link to see what the navigation pane will take you to, and make sure you post your introductions. You still have time to post your introductions, just make sure that you complete it by the date that is indicated. Back to start here. If I can get back. Let me see what has happened. Okay. Temporarily logged me out, so I'll just go back into the course. And now I will scroll down. The information in regard to the textbook is there. You may or may not be able to see my screen, I'm not certain. And then finally, the last bit of information is how to navigate through the course and where you will find various information. Going back out to the navigation pane, course information, it's under the course information link that you will actually find the syllabus. You click on that folder, you can actually print a copy of the syllabus, and it also has a copy of the class schedule. This folder also has information in regard to plagiarism. You do actually have to post information that requires you to do a little bit of research in the text, and you might even want to do so on the internet. But if you are posting any of that information in your discussion post and you're using information that comes from another source, please make sure that you cite the reference that you're using. The purpose of the course is listed there, as well as email correspondence. Please, when you are responding to me via email, please use your VCCS email account in order for us to have the back and forth exchange. Coming back out, course content by week will show you the learning objectives and everything that we will cover over the course of the next 8 weeks. And if you click on the discussion links, you will notice that the first discussion board is to post your introductions. If you have not done so, please make sure you do so by the specified date. We have a water cooler forum. And what that is just like a meeting place. If you need to ask a classmate a question, or the class in general, just a general question, you can go there. Now be mindful, this is not like a social media hangout site. This is more or less for our classroom, and if you have a general question in regard to maybe where something is posted or did you miss something, you can actually put it there. And then you'll notice under the water cooler forum, we have 4 discussion assignments. That's where we'll actually have our dialogue in the class. So there are only a total of 4 discussion postings. Now, in regard to grading the discussion postings, they are worth 50 points. However, your initial post is worth 40. And then the 10 points that are left over, 5 will be for you posting to one of your classmates, and the other 5 will be you responding to any posts that were on your initial post. The next link is to My Grades, which should be self-explanatory. That's where you find out what your grades are. Student services, as well as tools and features, that's by the college. They actually post that in everyone's Blackboard shell, so that if you need any particular student service, library resources, Veterans Affairs, you can find all of that information there, and other tools and features that are located, that are offered by the college, are located under the tools and features link. Course tools. When you click on the course tools tab, it actually has a plethora of other links that you can click on. However, the ones that you may be interested in would include my grades or send email. This one might be helpful for you. When you click send email, maybe you don't want to post in the water cooler because you don't necessarily want your message to go to everyone, but maybe there's a particular classmate that you'd like to speak to. When you click on send email, you have the option to choose who you're going to send it to. You can send it to all student users. You can actually send it to select users. So if there's a particular person in the class, you could click on select users, find their name, and then that would be conversations just between you and that student. Coming back out of course tools, one other thing I do want to highlight here is that there is a glossary. You will need the glossary for the latter portion of the course when we begin sociology of funeral service. In the glossary are a whole list of terms that you will be required to know for that section. So if you want to go to that early, they are listed there, and you have the option, I believe, if you'd like, you could probably copy and paste it, or just have that on hand, or just be knowledgeable of the fact that that's where you can find your sociology terminology. Coming back out to the navigation pane, course documents. This is a link that you will go to frequently. Under course documents, you will notice that the first folder is the video office link. This is if you need to have those virtual office hours with me, as I stated earlier. We would meet here. There's a quiz folder. Anytime you are due to take a quiz, you will click course documents under the navigation pane, and then you will click on the quizzes folder, and the quiz will be there for you. Please be mindful of when you take your quizzes, you must have Respondus Lockdown Browser engaged. This will keep you in the testing environment. And if you do not lock it down, you will not have access to the assessment. So please make sure prior to taking your assessment, you have actually clicked on Respondus Lockdown Browser, which should be on that first page when you log into Blackboard that shows you all of the classes that you're taking. Next, we have the presentations folder. This is where you will find all of your PowerPoint presentations. All of the PowerPoint presentations for the next 8 weeks are already open and available to you. If you decide that you would like to go ahead and print them out, that is perfectly fine. Or if you just want to access them week by week, they are open and available. Coming back to the course documents folder, additional materials and external links. Sometimes with some of the civilizations that we'll be studying, there will be additional information that I'll find, and I'll put it in these folders. I will also post an announcement on the announcements page so you'll know exactly where to go. Coming back out to the navigations pane, course assignments. Under course assignments, that's where I actually posted. There's a discussion posting. So I will typically post an announcement as well and say, make sure you click on the course assignments tab for your assignment for the week. Once again, your assignments are posted on Mondays, just as any other information, and your assessments as well. And video lectures, even though there's nothing, well, there's probably something there now, because I have actually probably sent an announcement to let you know that the midweek recap or the midweek review of Blackboard and the navigation of the course is available. But anytime there is a video that you need to access in regard to the course, it will be under the video lectures navigation tab on the navigation pane. There's nothing there right now, but anytime there's content to be displayed, it will be located here. Okay, hopefully that has helped you in regard to knowing where some of the things are for the course and how you access me or how you access any of the information in the course. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me via email, which is kijones@tcc.edu. Have a successful semester, and I'll see you soon.